Hello and welcome to this Social Working's audio lecture on the important theories of social work. Whether you're a student, a practicing social worker, or simply someone interested in understanding human behavior and social systems, this lecture is for you. In this lecture, we'll explore some of the most influential theories that guide social work practice. These theories help social workers understand individuals, families, and communities, and they provide frameworks for creating effective interventions. I will share important key takeaways of every theory. Hence, it is good if you can note it down. Let's get started. We begin with systems theory, developed by Ludwig von Bertalanffy. This theory views individuals as part of larger systems like families, schools, workplaces, and communities. It emphasizes the interconnectedness of these systems and how changes in one part of the system can affect the whole. Let me tell you an example. Imagine a child who's struggling academically. A social worker using systems theory wouldn't just focus on the child. They'd look at the family dynamics, the school environment, and even the community resources available. By understanding how these systems interact, the social worker can create a more holistic intervention plan. Key takeaway: systems theory reminds us that no one exists in isolation. We are all part of interconnected systems that shape our lives. Next, we have ecological theory, pioneered by Urie Bronfenbrenner. This theory builds on systems theory, but takes it a step further by examining the relationship between individuals and their environments. Bronfenbrenner introduced the concept of person and environment, which looks at how different layers of the environment. This is known as micro, meso, exo, and macro impact a person's life. Let me say one example. Let's say a social worker is helping a homeless individual. Using ecological theory, they'd address immediate needs like food and shelter, micro level, connect the person with local resources like shelters and job programs, meso level, advocate for better housing policies, macro level, and consider how societal attitudes toward homelessness, EXO level, affect the individual's experience. I hope you understand this concept. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Now, a key takeaway for you. Ecological theory helps social workers see the bigger picture and address issues at multiple levels. Now, let's discuss psychosocial theory, developed by Erik Erikson. This theory outlines 8 stages of psychosocial development, each with a unique crisis or challenge that individuals must resolve to develop a healthy personality. Example for you. Consider a teenager struggling with their identity. Erikson's 5th stage, identity versus role confusion, explains this challenge. A social worker might help the teen explore their values, interests, and goals to build a stronger sense of self. Key takeaway for you. Psychosocial theory helps social workers understand developmental challenges and provide age-appropriate support. Moving on, we have cognitive behavioral theory, or CBT, founded by Aaron Beck and Albert Ellis. This theory focuses on the connection between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. The idea is that by changing negative thought patterns, individuals can improve their emotional well-being and behavior. Important example for you. A social worker might use CBT to help a client with anxiety. They teach the client to identify irrational thoughts like, "I'll never succeed," and replace them with more positive and realistic ones, such as, "I can handle this step by step." Remember this key takeaway. CBT is a practical, evidence-based approach that empowers individuals to take control of their thoughts and actions. Now, let's talk about the strengths perspective, developed by Dennis Salibe. This theory shifts the focus from problems to strengths. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, social workers help clients identify and build on their existing strengths and resources. Example: imagine a single mother facing financial difficulties. A social worker using the strengths perspective would recognize her resilience, parenting skills, and support network, and then use these strengths to help her overcome challenges. Key takeaway: the strengths perspective empowers clients by highlighting their capabilities and potential. Next is empowerment theory, introduced by Julian Rappaport. This theory focuses on helping individuals and communities gain control over their lives and environments. It emphasizes collaboration, resource mobilization, and advocacy. Example: a social worker might use empowerment theory to help a marginalized community organize and advocate for better access to healthcare or education. Key takeaway: empowerment theory is about giving people the tools and confidence to create change in their own lives and communities. Now, let's explore conflict theory, rooted in the work of Karl Marx and adapted for social work. This theory examines how power imbalances and social inequalities contribute to societal problems. It encourages social workers to advocate for social justice and challenge oppressive systems. Example: a social worker might use conflict theory to address systemic racism by advocating for policy changes and supporting clients who face discrimination. Key takeaway: conflict theory reminds us to question the status quo and fight for a more just and equitable society. Next up is task-centered practice, developed by William Reed and Laura Epstein. This is a short-term, goal-oriented approach that focuses on helping clients solve specific problems within a limited time frame. Let me give you one example. A social worker might use task-centered practice to help a client find a job by breaking the process into smaller tasks, such as updating their resume, practicing interview skills, and applying to specific positions. Key takeaway: task-centered practice is a practical, solution-focused approach that helps clients achieve tangible results. Now, let's discuss narrative theory, founded by Michael White and David Epstein. This theory views individuals as the authors of their own stories. It helps clients reframe negative narratives and create new, empowering ones. Example: a social worker might help a survivor of domestic violence by encouraging them to tell their story in a way that highlights their strength and resilience rather than focusing on victimhood. Important key takeaway for you: narrative theory empowers clients by helping them rewrite their stories in a way that reflects their strengths and values. Finally, we have humanistic theory, developed by Carl Rogers. This theory emphasizes self-actualization, empathy, and unconditional positive regard. It's about helping individuals reach their full potential in a supportive, non-judgmental environment. Example: a social worker might use humanistic theory to create a safe space for a client struggling with self-esteem issues, helping them explore their feelings and goals without fear of judgment. Final key takeaway: humanistic theory reminds us of the importance of empathy and support in helping individuals grow and thrive. Thank you for listening, and I hope this lecture has been both informative and inspiring. Until next time, take care and keep making a positive impact. Thank you.